Okay, firstly, for aspect ratio for my video, I use a standard frame for vertical video, which is 9/16. And at 0.5 seconds, I use a split screen technique that shows the environment and the close-up shot of the person tying a shoes together. At 0.10 to 0.12 seconds, I use figure and ground technique, which is the person running against the sky is the part of the subject that have to focus on, and the grass or the background of sky are the area that act as the ground. From 0.12 seconds, I use a close-up technique that shows of the person's shoes from running towards the screen. At 0.14 seconds, the shot is called a low-angle shot or worm's eye view that creates a dynamic perspective and adds more visual energy. And I use a picture-in-picture or secondary screen on 0.16 seconds to show detail about heart rate or the track distance on the smartwatch while the person running. At 0.19 seconds to 0.24 seconds, I apply index vector direction and movement that leads the viewer's eye through the frame of the person running from right to the left across the screen. Most of the scene from my video, I use a proper headroom that show a little space from the head to the upper edge of the screen.
For this scene, I put the new element, which is graphic weight, so the shot will remain balanced. Then, the first subchapter, there is 8.22. Golden section applied vertical division. So, in this case, I use the horizontal line to divide the screen vertically at the golden section. So, we can see along the track. So, there is the horizontal line that the screen vertically at the golden sections. So for the second one, there is rule of third. In this case, I divide the screen into third position for the principal subject where the horizontal and vertical lines intersect. Now, closure into diagonals. In this case, the strong graphic vectors divide the picture into strong diagonals and triangles. Next, relative close-up. I close up and make the subject within the screen, so the object seems closer to us. Then, I use relative size long shot, that is chapter 9.16. For the example, I made the object, which is smartwatch, look small, so it seems like the watch is far from camera. 9.38 Selective focus, person in front. In this case, I focus on the person closest to camera, with the people behind out of focus. After that, right focus effect, object emphasize. I focus the smartwatch, so the shallow depth of field rendered out of focus to background view.
In Chapter 7, visualization is more than just pointing a camera. It's about shaping where the audience feels. This close-up of a person checking their smartwatch is a perfect example of the inductive approach. Instead of showing a full scene, we start with a detail, a figure tapping a screen. This part shows a close-up of a foot on the chord line. It used the inductive approach, starting with small detail to the big stories. This close-up show focus and tension, perfect building emotion. This kind of shot work on a small screen like phone because it's clear and powerful. This part shows two players at the net. It used a looking at approach with a medium shot to show both clearly. The eye level view gives a neutral balance perspective like we're standing right there. This part uses a close-up focus on the racket and the hand. It's looking into approach showing detail and intention. It also reflects the inductive style starting from this action to let us imagine the full scene. This part shows the rooftop of badminton hall. It uses a looking at approach just showing the environment clearly. The long shot captures the full structure and the camera is angled upward to highlight the rooftop design. This part captures a player mid-air during a smash. He used a looking into a push, focus on the energy and intensity of the movement. The camera is shot from a slightly low angle, making the player appear more powerful and highlighting the height of the jump. The medium long shot gives us a clear view of the action, while the still showing part of the court of context. This part shows two players tapping racket at the net likely after a match. He used a looking up at a push, showing the moment objectively without added motion. The medium shot capture both a player clearly, letting us see their reaction and the part of the court. The unlevel point of view creates natural and balanced feel as we standing right there watching the moment of sportsmanship. This part shows us two players in discussion on the court. He used a deductive approach, starting in the full view of the both player and their surroundings. The medium shot helps their interaction and clearly, while the eye level angle gives a natural perspective. The way looking here is looking into because we focus on their body language and communication. This part shows a close-up of hand gesture and a wash. He used the looking into approach to focus a small meaningful moment. The close-up shot highlight the action and object clearly, and inductive style let us imagine the live scene of conversation.
And now I will represent about chapter 8, which is the four-dimensional field: time, motion, and timing and principal motion. Okay, what is four-dimensional field? The four-dimensional field is the various theories and applications of time and motion within the context of new media such as video, film, and computers. Okay, in 1 to 8 seconds, I'm using perceived motion during zoom, which is a zoom in to bring the smartwatch to the screen. The camera doesn't move. The camera perspective remains the same throughout the zoom. Next, I also using Z-axis depth in the video, which is it guide viewer focus to the screen and enhances realism and viewer engagement. Next, in 9 to 25 seconds, I'm using biological time technique, which is it telling the smartwatch can do certain things and not just an ordinary watch. It tells you the weather, heartbeat, timer, and more. The next, which is secondary motion, the motion of light on the smartwatch screen gives texture and presence, enhancing the aesthetic depth. Next, it also using event density technique. Event density is low in motion but high in symbolic weight. The screen on smartwatch holds multicolor icons, implying many potential actions and experiences. Okay, in 26 to 39 seconds, I'm using primary motion, which is movement of the person in front of the camera, wake up from sleep, and riding motorcycle, enhance the realism and relatability. Next, I'm also using rhythm and pace that represent the pace and flow of students' life aligned with rhythm. I also using the white transition to show the two clips. And finally, object versus subjective time. Subjective time showing how long the person have slept, and time left for meeting shows the objective time. Okay, in 40 to 47 seconds, I'm using the fade transition at in and out animation. I'm also using tertiary motion, which is it slowly zoom out the smartwatch and blurring the image to show text. Next, I'm using freeze frame, which is it freeze image frame to show final text before the ending. And finally, in 48 to 53 seconds, I'm using tertiary motion for ending with a logo of the brand and glitches transition for the logo. That's all for me. Thank you.
Today, I would like to present my video project, which is based on chapter 9. So for the intro, I used a combination of picture and sound that match the mood and the theme of the video. I also edit the audio by applying fade in and fade out effect. This helped to create a smoother transition and pleasant introduction. So next, I combine text with the video and add a transition to make it flow between scene and more engaging visual appeal. For the background choice, I choose tonal matching, which means selecting audio that fit the scenes. Since the scene is about working out, I use upbeat sound to match the energy and tone of the activity. Next, multiple text such as this tag is track process, and for the subtext I put grow naturally to support the message and give clear guidance for the viewers. For this part, I use a pacing technique where the audio continues playing and extend into the next part while the visual content transitions smoothly. This help maintain continuity and keep audience engaged. Next of this video, I apply outer orientation of the sound. This video is set naturally feel environment, so I include the sound of bird chirping to support the sense of location, enhance the realism of the scene.